What's up YouTube and welcome to Negative Null Control. First of all, if you don't have Bast or Zabu, they are both replaceable. Yes, they are good in this deck, but you can play some other early game stuff instead. Maybe Angela as well as Venom, which is quite synergistic with Null in this deck. Second of all, I think this is the strongest Mr. Negative deck that I have played so far. It does feel surprisingly consistent while still being super flexible and allowing you a bunch of counterplay. Most namely through Shang Chi for your opponent's big stuff, as well as Killmonger for your opponent's small stuff. Both of these don't benefit too greatly from the Mr. Negative power and cost inversion, but they're both great in this deck because Null makes use of the removed power later on. Null is a great combo card in this deck and can be used in a lot of ways. Of course, just the sheer Mr. Negative inversion already makes Null a 0-6. If we then, for example, Arnim Zola the Null, even if we didn't destroy anything else at that point, it's already going to be 2 0-12 copies that can keep on growing. Null also offers a great alternative Mystique target besides just Iron Man, making the deck more flexible, and it's also a draw target for Jane Foster after the deck got inverted, which allows us to have our insane blowout late game combos in hand quite consistently. Another card that really helps with deck consistency here is Jubilee. I think Jubilee is very underused and underplayed in Mr. Negative decks. The only really bad pull from Jubilee is Mystique, but even that is sometimes not a bad pull if we played a strong ongoing card right before playing Jubilee. Mystique will then still copy the previous card that was played. Besides that, Jubilee allows some pretty cool things. If we don't find Mr. Negative by turn 3 or 4, she is basically an additional draw, an extra chance to pull Mr. Negative from our deck in time. Besides that, after we already played Mr. Negative, she is also just an extra draw of an inverted card. Of course, it won't always be used perfectly, but she just makes use of one more inverted card than we would have usually gotten, which is a great benefit. Additionally, if Jubilee does get inverted at 1-4, she's also a great value and stat line, and she still allows us to get Jane Foster from our deck if she was not drawn before Mr. Negative. So if Jane Foster gets inverted, she turns into an 8-cost 5-power card, which is generally not playable anymore, but Jubilee can cheat her out from our deck and still allow us to get that insane draw effect, drawing us cards like Null, Arnim Zola, Iron Man, and Mystique. So I hope that explains all of the tech choices and the general game plan. The deck is very hard to play though, so I want to give you some strategic pointers. First of all, it's important to watch out whether or not you want to have priority at the very end. If you set up some Shang Chi or Killmonger plays for the final turn, it can often be good to not have priority. Whereas if you want to play Arnim Zola, you often want priority so that you can't get interrupted by Cosmo, by Arrow, by Juggernaut, or the likes. The other important thing is that for Arnim Zola, we usually want one location to be free early on. Then we just play some high value target into that location. Something like an Iron Man is perfect, something like an inverted Null. And then we play Zola on top just to guarantee that high value hit. So be cautious with location space and just the locations that are available in general. Make sure you still have some space open so that Zola can actually copy a card into the other two locations. With that being said, I've had some great games with this deck on my own live stream, and I want to share some highlights with you. Bowl. Baxter Building. Okay, we have Iron Man in hand. We can go tall on Baxter Building. I would say that generally favors us. Not Mr. Negative. That does not favor us anymore. Okay. That escalated quickly. Now we also draw, like we have drawn most of the cards that we would want to get inverted. Okay, that's a Shang target. Killmonger target. So Null is at least gonna be decent. Iceman Lizard. Most common deck that plays those is Doom Wave. It would have to be like Shang, Iron Man, Null. I'm not sure if that's enough, but I want to try this. Yes! Yes! Perfectly timed Killmonger. Yeah, our Null is gonna be at like 15. I'm pretty like we definitely overkill Baxter. I'm not sure if I even deploy the Iron Man there or if it's too much. Anything else? Psylocke plays? Not really, right? Just straight up this. We want to snap now before we show our second power play in a row. Like after we shang their monster, I don't think our opponent's staying. Okay, no, I think we need to go left with both of them. Could also like Mystique something. Let's see if that opportunity arises though, depending on where our opponent plays cards now. Oh, if they go all in on left, then we also go all in on left. Easy. Cosmo. Yeah, wish. Who needs Mr. Negative? Come on. Am I single? Yes. Yes, I am. I don't think they can discard anything that beats us here. Best discard possible, and it's not even close. Let's go. Victory. Good start. We even got Mr. Negative Iceman. We still had major game in this. The rare. Okay, Psylocke into Jubilee is a decent start. Definitely snapping this. Okay. Gonna keep the left side open for potential Zola plays. Since we can't play Zola mid into Wakanda, we might as well fill that up. At least 3 slots. Ooh. Jubilee can get Bast. Zabu, Mystique, Iron Man, Zola. Actually, now there are a couple of pulls that would not be good. I could float. But I also need hand space. For Jane next turn. It's just Shang, isn't it? My opponent doesn't play any cards that can get shanked. And then Jane still draws 3 cards next turn. And it's like pretty chill with board space. Okay, that was the inverted draw. They just copied my deck! Okay. It's on. They only drew 1 card. 2 cards? 2 cards. So we gotta think about if we wanna copy Knull or if we wanna copy Iron Man. And I think Iron Man makes more sense. Yeah, this makes us win middle. And we quadruple on the right side. There's no way we're losing. We could still Knull on the left just for good measure. This is such a sick final turn. So strong.
Iron Man. I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
Ooh. Oh, this could get close. Get that weak stuff out of here.
Victory.
Okay, that was quite the showdown. I thought we had that for sure, but I got really sweaty at the end. Not quite a mirror neither. They play Darkhawk over something. Maybe over Shang? Even if they don't play anything. Even if they don't get a Doombot. This is very good for us. I think I'll wait with Bast here since we don't have a turn 2 play right now. I gotta get a bit greedier. We can wait one more turn because there's no 3-drop we can draw that we would already want to play immediately next turn. The only punishment here would be drawing Jane. Too many bots today. What's going on here? Okay, we definitely don't want Vibranium. Is double Zabu good? Only discounts Shang. Ah, let's go single Zabu. Darkhawk a better token purchase than Bast? Yeah, slightly, I would say. Ooh, do I even play negative now? Knull is tempting. No, I think it's the early negative. Ah, but they're playing some weirdo destroy deck. Getting Knull out early is kind of cracked. Ah, but I get Knull by turn 6, it's fine. My turn 5 is Iron Man, turn 6 Knull, and whichever 0 costs I draw. Should be good enough. Ooh, this opens up Shang and Knull. That's also tempting. I just do that, right? Who needs Iron Man if you have 27 power Knull? Oh, this Knull is gonna be enormous. Oh, it's just a Killmonger? Oh, I was really expecting a Deathlock here. Would have been risky as well. These spots are crazy. These. Bye! See ya. Nice knowing ya. There's a little risk that the second Zola whiffs. Wait, so if Knull gets copied here... Actually, no, then this Knull still goes over here. This Zola sends this one over and Zola sends it back. This is gonna be an enormous Knull. Oh, don't you dare retreat. You can't. You snapped, right? Okay. Give me those high power numbers. Okay, that was unlucky, but... Pretty sure we're still winning this. Just barely. Barely ahead in 2 locations. Casual 116. Okay, we just need a ramp card and we're chilling. Zabur Psylocke, please. So we can't play Zola middle anyway, might as well fill up the middle and keep the sides open for a potential Zola play. What are you trying to tell me here? No! Could be a mirror. Okay, so this pulls either Bast, Zabu, Killmonger, or Shang. Or Jane. Jane would of course be the nuts. But Jane doesn't draw anything anymore. We have all of the cards we need in our hand. Damn. We're gonna be playing 4 middle and right, I think. Bast would be good, actually. That deck seems familiar. A Nightcrawler, though. What? I don't think we're Zolaing here anymore. You say about the new season pass? Definitely smash. Okay, we can Zola the Mystique next turn.
I am Iron Man.
I'm actually happy our opponent played Magic here. What else? We can Knull into Zola. But the Knull is not going to be very strong. It's just going to be like 6. At this point, at least. I think it's Mystique and Shang. Shang just for the power numbers, and then Zola left to win middle and right side. They don't have much space left. It's very hard for them to catch up. Did I order correctly? Mystique first, Shang second. Who knows, maybe we no-scope something, even though I doubt it.
I am Iron Man.
Okay, what else do you have in your fancy schmancy? Okay, and you think that's enough to win? That's cute. So probably Ironheart incoming. It's definitely not enough to beat quadrupled power boosts in the middle. We'll be at like 24. So if they have some sick Wong play, they might beat me.
Opponent snapped.
I think we should be alright. I'm not confident. It could always be like some incredibly crazy combo coming up here. Some tiger stuff. I'm just most scared of Wong.
I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
Oh! Oh! Respect. That's something I didn't consider. I guess I should have played my own Knull. Should have believed that my opponent also has the destroy package. Okay, I really don't get Nightcrawler in this deck. Angela is also not that great, but rest kind of makes sense. Lango Friendly Neighbor with the infinite card back. Ooh. Oh! Okay, this is gonna be a good one. I love the simple and effective communication. Mr. Negative! Shoot. Okay. I'm thinking about playing Bast left side here to have one of these potentially be a Zola location. But I also don't want to clog the left too hard. Okay. Kang and Absorbing Man. I don't know what deck our opponent's playing. Oh, this is bad for us. Ah, so close! Galactus? I mean, Dream Dimension kind of breaks their Galactus. Also, Knull is very good for us in that situation. Oh, they're gonna Galactus right side. I need Killmonger in time. That works. But I'm at -1, they'll have priority. But is skip into Knull good enough? Oh, I have Mystique inverted though. I'm pretty sure it's just skip into Knull, right? What? Kang reversed our snap? I didn't even notice. I thought we were still in an 8-cuber. I'm pretty sure it's pass and then like Iron Man Mystique or Knull Mystique. Or like Knull Shang. Iron Man into Knull. If I Iron Man now, our opponent, like we have priority, our opponent can Shang the Knull out. Do it. Okay, now we just need to decide which two cards to play. I think it's Knull and Shang. Could also just be Iron Man Mystique. It could be Knull into Mystique. I don't think Knull into Mystique can be beat. GG's. Oh, juicy game. Super juicy game. Knull makes the Galactus matchup so much better. But both plays would have worked, like Knull into Shang would have also been cracked. I think Knull Mystique is safer though, just in case our opponent plays some middling stuff. Probably. Okay, we just need ramp and we're chilling. That's annoying though. That makes us unable to Mystique. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Ramp, please. Oh my goodness. Okay. Right now there's only Knull and Zola left to invert. Oh, okay. This is not a Zola location anymore. Only middle is left for Zolaing. Ooh, thank goodness I snapped. Iron Man is X4 and then Mystique is... I'm not even sure if it's times 8 or times 16. Float into Jane. We're not playing anything here, right? Doesn't make sense to play anything. Oof. There goes our Zola location. So we're gonna have to risk it on the right side. So they're gonna play big card middle. Middle is the location we'd least want to contest. Is it ever bossed? Can't be bossed. We could just not play Iron Man. We could be like Knull, Zola, and Mystique the Knull. But this is only good if we know we're getting a Shang through. No, I'm pretty sure it's Iron Man. Especially with Onslaught set today. Our last turn is gonna pop off hard though.
I am Iron Man.
Okay. They're playing She-Hulk something. They're gonna play left and middle. They're not gonna contest the Iron Man. How do we do this? Is it Jubilee? Oh, Mystique would have to go left. Gotta win one of the two. And middle is easier to win. I don't think that's big enough though. We hit Iron Man, we're doubling middle, but we're not getting any extra Zola than Jubilee, right? It only pulls Psylocke, that doesn't matter. I think this should be a retreat, but again, I want to stay for the content. Oh, they didn't go very tall middle. This is winnable. They didn't have Taskmaster.
Iron Man.
Oh, Mystique should have gone middle though, I think. But I was so sure they played a big card middle. I'm not sure if that's big enough. Notice like 10. Lizard debuff! Yes, get out of here, Shuri! Oof. Okay. I'm still not sure if staying in this was actually a good call. That was super risky. But it worked out in this case. I love it. What was the worst season pass card so far? Probably Nimrod? What was the worst season pass card so far? Good question. Oh, this is good for Knull. You're rank 120 at season end. You reset to 70 still, not to 90. Okay, that's a great location for Shang. Bast Korg, that's gonna be bounce. Killmonger is gonna be great if we find him. This is not a real hand, unfortunately. Everything's just under Shang range, that's the problem. Like, Iron Man solos Nidavellir very easily. Oh, we have priority here. Do we just play Shang right? Tempo Shang. But we don't want to have priority. We want to Killmonger the final turn. Ay. I could Killmonger now and Knull the final turn. Then we can still lose Nidavellir. They still have the Hood in hand. They're just playing all their 1-drops this turn, aren't they? And then they're setting up Chavez for next turn. I think I do this. Keep the rock here intentionally. Knull is going to be large enough to just solo the right side. I'm pretty sure my read is good here. I think they're playing all of their 1-drops this turn, and I don't think they're bouncing again. Knull like Venom, the temporary buff is captured. I think so. Well, we'll find out for science. Oh, I think my read is completely on fleek here. Yup. That answers the question. Oh! And they might still stay in this because they think Chavez right side is going to be good. But little do they know. We have them in a checkmate situation. You got too greedy, lad. You got a little bit too greedy. GG's. Although that was good play by them, I gotta admit. That was a cheeky way to get quite a lot of power into all 3 locations. We played this one before. I don't remember the deck though. But I think they were BME mode to get the end, if I recall correctly. Okay, horrible hand. All of the cards we want inverted. And Jane is pointless here. Cerebro 3, I think it was. Unbelievable. Thank goodness. Okay, but all of the inverts are pointless. Basp, Psylocke, Zabu, Killmonger. We'll just go quadruple Juggernaut, right? Or what? Killmonger into Knull is pretty weak. Pretty weak, but not too horrible, I guess. Oh, that saves me.
I am Iron Man.
So I'm pretty sure I Zola now, and then last turn Killmonger is going to secure middle. Is that better than... They still have a Juggernaut in hand. That's a scary thing. What else? They could go Rhino here. I think we just play for left and middle. I think it's this. Should beat Rhino hands. We know they play Rhino. They were the player with the sick Rhino skin. And I think this is why they're snapping. I just go with the soul read here. I feel like Cerebro middle, Rhino right. Something along those lines. I am cracked at this. Okay, it's not a Rhino though. But they filled up right side.
Iron Man.
It's really hard for them to win this though, right? Don't we just like Jane Sentinel? They have no more Juggernauts. Gonna be pretty strong on tiebreakers. Yeah, we're chilling here. We are chilling. GG's. Oh, that felt good. Victory. Now I'll emote them back. This is what they did to me last time.